Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we've got another LEGO Marvel Avengers video for you. This one happens to be for Manhattan Hub number 7 Times Square free roam. Whew, that's a lot to come out with right there. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and take on, you can see the map over on the right-hand side there. We're going to take on kind of the southwestern area there. Not quite the bottom tip because we already handled the financial section in our last hub video. But you can see there's a little dock and a little area, and we're going to get a handful of gold bricks, a couple of character tokens, and some vehicle tokens as well. You can see we're starting off in Central Park, which actually happens to be one of the last areas we need to take on the ground. That one, and of course where we're headed right now over to the Times Square area. And then we're going to head up to the helicarrier for the final one. You can see we're flying up, and away. We're going to go up onto this building top here, and we can see a whole bunch of twirly poles. So we're going to switch on over to a twirly type character. We chose Captain America here, and we're going to spin to win all the way around. Now, if I'm being honest here, this one was crazy. I don't know what was wrong with me or if the game has some sort of issue with it, but wrapping around this next corner right here, I had controller issues where it was like spinning me back around and down and around, and I couldn't actually get around. Luckily, I edited right there. You could see it go from kind of daytime or nighttime to daytime, but it took me about 5-6 minutes in order to get all 10 of those. Don't ask me why. I had a heck of a time with it. Hopefully you have a much easier time, but get all 10 of those poles switched on and then grab your gold brick before dropping down to the ground. And look at that. I love Captain. He doesn't actually do that floaty weird thing like the flyers do. He just drops down because he's cool like that. Luckily for us too, we drop down, and on the other side of the building, we're going to find an opening inside this little store here with a Captain America shield switch terminal. So we're going to use our shield to go ahead and flip that switch on, give that box a little butt slam, and grab your gold brick. All right, this next one is actually right across the street up on the second rooftop. We're going to find a little scan spot here. And, ooh, look at that. Luckily for us, we got a scanner out. So Iron Man will do the job. Of course, Black Widow, we got a whole bunch of people that can do the scanning. Find all 4 of those secret points. And then look at that. It reveals a grapple hook. So now we need a grappler. So we're going to switch on over to Hawkeye. Doesn't matter which version of him you use, but go ahead and rip open. Ooh, and look at that. We got a techno pad. Go ahead and get your on. And we'll go ahead and fill up this meter. This is kind of a different one. I actually messed this up a couple of times because I got button happy. So I actually pressed the button in both of those first 2 squares but missed it. Anyways, you got to follow the right pattern. I should have edited that out, but I wanted you guys to see that I'm not always perfect. And look at that. We get them all, and it's just a matter of playing the memory game and getting them in the correct order. Once you match the order, it'll open up the old box up on this vintage here, and we'll grab that gold brick. And all right, moving along, we got another gold brick, looks like. So we're on a rooftop, and we got to fly off of it rather than fall off of it. I guess we got cap mount. We could have done that as well. But we're going to just jump over to this other kind of, it's not really a rooftop. It's just kind of a balcony, so to speak. And you'll notice that there's a gold box there. Go ahead and melt that with your heat ray. And look at that, we find a grate, and we slide on through that, which takes us over to this pressure-sensitive switch, which has now revealed a gold lock on this box over here. So we're going to melt that with our heat ray. We had kind of a funny angle there. And look at that, it opens up the box, and gold brick. We'll take it. And all right, another gold brick. We're on like a gold brick spree right here. And watch this. See, oh, yep, I stopped the free fall weird thingy that it had. I don't know what that is. It's supposed to save you, but it's kind of annoying. All right. Gold brick number 5 is actually on another rooftop. This one's up on kind of the second rooftop because there's like 3 tiers there. So depending on which way you look at it, either way, I guess it's the second one. And we're going to charge up the first of 3 shock panels here. We can see, ooh, it lights up some lights. And I did mention 3, so it looks like there's one on the right and one on the left. So we'll go ahead and drop down below. Look out below. Oh, we can see that one. I was just getting ready to switch to a character to fly. I don't know why I went invisible. I guess I didn't want anybody to see me splatter if things went wrong. But, all right, we're down here, and we're going to go ahead and pull out our charge sticks and pump it up. Ready for this? It takes me a second. I don't know why I was invisible. I couldn't use the charge sticks. Maybe that's something that I maybe need to make note of. I don't know. All right, 2 of 3 now charged up. And the third one is actually going to be, I believe it's up top, is it not? I think it's all the way at the top. I believe. Yeah, it's up on the very top tier. So we dropped down below because I thought, oh, maybe it's probably down on the ground. And I thought for sure it was going to be on the right side, but it's kind of on the top upper right side. And I do a full block check here, and I'm like, oh, no, it's not here. And I promise you, we're going to switch to a flying character, and we're going to go up and find this guy right now. And notice I did switch to Thor, so that once we got up there, we could go ahead and charge up our hammer, and of course, pump up the final one. See, there it is. It's on the middle right side. You can see what I'm saying, because you go on the left side, you won't see it. But all right, we've charged up the third and final one. And look at this. Wait for it. Wait for it. We get a nice little light show there, and the treasure chest opens up, and gold brick. All right, we'll drop on down. Oh, see, there it is. See that? I didn't even fall that far. It like swooped me back up. I don't know what that is. All right, next is a vehicle token. We got ourselves a race. Ooh, it's a race. I hope I win. You can see this one's up in the sky, up and away. It's at the top of this very shiny black building here. And there's also some radio tower stuff going on there. And all right, we're going to go ahead and activate this. Looks like we need 1 minute and 30 in order to complete the gold and get that vehicle token. Haha, I caught myself. I almost messed that one up again. All right, now, you of course don't have to use Thor. There's plenty of flying characters. I did find that although I do kind of prefer Thor and have through most of these races, I think Reptile might actually be a pretty good flyer too. His animations for moving up and down and left and right, they're really quick as well, and he almost seems to maybe flap his wings and fly a little faster than Thor floats or cruises through the air. But I don't know that for sure. I haven't done any races. I should get Reese up here and have him take control of player number 2 and try to go ahead and do like a foot race or a fly race. All right, speaking of flying race, we have completed. We were under that 1 minute and 30, and we got the Chitauri Chariot. And look at that. We only have a couple more vehicle tokens left, so that's pretty nice. We're actually in the home stretch. As I was mentioning, we only have one more area on the ground in Manhattan, and then we got to fly up to the helicarrier and take on what's going on up there. But, oh, this one was kind of a tricky one. All right, so we've kind of flown a little bit further south. It's kind of right in the middle of this area of Times Square. And there's this weird, like, billboard scaffolding kind of area. And there's some security cameras kind of preventing your entrance. Now, there is another way. You can see I'm kind of panning the camera over and showing you the handhelds there to jump up and get. But I found that was a pain, and that it's much easier to drop, fly up on top and then drop in. Of course, you do need to use a character with the stealth ability. Black Widow also has a gun, so she can take out those targets. And she also will complete a successful S.H.I.E.L.D. access terminal scan. So once all of those are complete, we get that gold brick. And all right, so next, we've got another race. This is for the S.H.I.E.L.D. car. And we're going to wrap around, and we see that purple dot on our compass there. And it's kind of over by the giant Marvel sign, but also under a bridge. This one's kind of tricky to find. Oh, wait, no, that's not the one. We've already done that one. Which way did it go? Which way did it go? All right, there it is. It's not under a bridge, and it's not by the Marvel thing. It's actually right there in Times Square, or right at the base of it anyway. So, all right, it's a foot race, so we're going to switch on over to our fast foot runner, Quicksilver. And, of course, he runs a little bit faster on his own, but we can speed him up by pressing and holding the old B or circle button. And, ooh, there was Fin Fang Foom. We remember him. He was from see, we're down in the financial district right now. We already did all this stuff. It's weird to me, too, that some of those character missions are still there even after they've been completed. Because I promise you, we've already completed that. And, yeah. So, all right, we're getting about halfway through this race, and we're just going through these swikles, looking for that purple swikle. And we're going to get there eventually, I promise. We're going to run down a few innocent citizens along the way. But, oh, look at that. We've got the S.H.I.E.L.D. car. One more unlock pulled off our list. Looks like we only got about 5 left, which, oh, look at that. Doctor Strange just happens to be standing right here by the end of our race. But before taking on Doc, we're going to go upstairs on the rooftop here. And check this out. This is an interesting little puzzle here. There's a couple of switches on the rooftop and a bunch of cages or cells. And so we're going to flip these switches and see what happens. And, ooh, the door opens. And what happens here? Ooh, that door opens. Okay, so we've got controls of these different doors. And speaking of control, we're going to mind control this little guy in this cage. And so you start by flipping the left or bottom switch to go ahead and open the first little entryway there. Make the mind control dude go into that second area. Flip the switch in there with the guy, and it'll open up that third area. And look at that. Booyaka shout. You might have to flip that other switch once, too. I might have missed that. Probably did. All right, drop down right below at that same building where Doc Strange was hanging out. We're going to go ahead and assist him on this mission here. Yeah, what do we need to do? He's talking about brains and surgeries, which don't always go well with me. That's like one of my main weaknesses is needles and blood. Like, they kind of go hand in hand sometimes, but I don't do well with them. So you start talking about, like, brain surgeries and things like that. It has blood, so I'm not a fan. All right, we have 4 blips on our compass, and we need to go save these guys. These guys are thinking they are animals. So that guy, you can see, oink, oink, he thought he was a pig. And luckily, we corrected that before he turned into some bacon. That guy thought he was a donkey. He was doing the old ee-aw, ee-aw. Oh, we got a chicken here. Oh, look at that. Don't jump. Don't jump. No, he jumped. I don't know. I didn't really listen carefully, but it sounded like there might have been a... That would have been pretty funny. All right, last but not least, this dude's hanging out in the trees. He's a moo. What, like a cow's going to be able to hide in a little skinny bush in the middle of the street? Come on, buddy. All right, we got all 4 found, and now the silver arrow is pointing us back to Doctor Strange. So make your way back, and look at that. They're all hanging out waiting for us. We wave to him. Hello. And he tells us, oh, he's got all of his stuff. Oh, wrongfully committed in his darkest hour. And we've corrected it, and as a result, he's going to give us the character token for himself. How very unselfish of him. All right, we're going to float our way down the street because Vision doesn't have time to put his feet down. And we're actually going to go... We actually flew right by this just a minute ago, coming to get that first character that we were fixing out where the pig was. And you might have noticed there was a couple of cracked walls there. We're going to go ahead and get our smash on. And look at that. We take them both out with Thor's hammer. And he is awfully mighty. And look at that. We're going to do a nice butt slam and build some bricks up into a switch. That's pretty easy. Look at that. And just like that, we've got ourselves another gold brick. All right, next in line, what do we got? What do we got? We got another gold brick, and this one's real easy. This one's right across the street. There's this open kind of courtyard area, and there is a silver cover blocking the pathway to your gold brick, but we're going to take it out with Hawkeye. Of course, Iron Man and plenty of other characters do have the silver brick breaking ability, which is quite the tongue twister. I was going to say quite a tongue twister, but either way, my wording is a tongue twister. Try to keep up with that. All right, right up above on this skyrise tower, you might notice there's a handful of pressure-sensitive switches. Luckily for us, they don't need to all be pressed at once. And I used a flying character to get up there, and I was kind of floating down with them, or him, to get all the way down. But then I kind of find out it's a lot quicker to just drop down and make sure you press inward to fall and land on that next level. There are 8 total switches. Once you flip all 8, you're going to need to fly all the way back up top and collect your reward, which is gold brick number 10. All right, we are adding up these really quickly, and all right. All the way to the top. That's right. Don't forget to collect your gold brick. It's pretty easy to, run off, especially when you're all the way at the bottom. It's easy to forget. All right, next up is another gold brick. This one is right at the base across the street. There's this little store here. It looks quite empty, but there is this giant flower blocking our pathway in. Use somebody with telekinetic abilities. We use the Vision to go ahead and shake it up. Woo-hoo. And check it out. We actually get in there and we break some rocks up and we get some buildable bricks that actually... That's right, turn into a treasure chest. With a quick butt slam, we'll go ahead and rip that thing open and grab our gold brick. All right, what's up next? Another gold brick. This one is, we're going to head kind of over towards the coastal line here, and there's kind of this like subway station. And it's kind of a funny angle to get in there. I should have just flown right up. I actually missed my mark. And then I saw the stairway up and I thought, hey, why not take the stairs? But again, you can see the Vision ain't got no time for that. He floats his way up there. All right, and this one was a little bit tricky. If I do remember correctly, I did have an edit here. I think we already passed it, to be honest. But anyway, so you got to flip the switch, and then you have to follow the pattern. Once that happens, it should, if correctly done, it'll light up one of those red X's and turn it into a green check mark. Now you have to go back and flip that switch yet again, and it's going to give you another pattern. They're all pretty easy, and since there's only 3, it shouldn't be too hard to remember. Now, if you mess up, though, it will reset this and go all the way back. But as far as I could tell, when you mess up, because I did mess up, which is why I had the edit, you do end up, it's the same one. So you don't have to memorize a new pattern. And once you get all 3 of those green check marks, though, it's going to go ahead and give us a gold brick. We'll go ahead and snake that up before we roll on out. Before we sneak on out, huh? Ooh, and look at that. Right up on top of the rooftop, we've got a race. We'll go ahead and take on this race. And this one's easy peasy. I was actually not looking to see what the goal was. But keep in mind, you do need to get the gold requirement, which is displayed right at the beginning of the race, in order to get your character or vehicle token. Gosh. You know, for a while I had it wrong, for a while I had it right, and now I've got it wrong again. I'll get it figured out. We only got 2 more videos for me to figure it out, though, so I'll get it there. I promise. All right, so we're just following along, getting all these circles, and eventually we'll get that purple circle. And look, we only got a couple gold bricks left, and then it looks like maybe 1 more character token, perhaps. And so we're almost wrapped up with Times Square, and Central Park's pretty awesome. It's all centrally located, as noted by the name, and most of the stuff is all right there. I think we have to venture out for 1 little quest, but it's just for a second, and it actually goes pretty quick, although it is about the same time frame as all the rest of them. Ooh, check it out. We're heading out to Roxon Power Plant. We're going to go check out Rodney Roxon out here. And actually, right behind the sign, all the way behind the sign, on the ground over here, there is a gold wall we can melt with our heat ray. We use the vision, and we're going to carve out that giant square. And look at that. Now there's a fire inside there. We're going to switch on over to Captain America, which I think I wasn't paying attention. I'm pretty sure my other character is. Yeah, he is Captain. Whoopsie. Anyways, we switch to Captain. We stamp that fire out. We flip the switch, and we grab our gold brick. Watch out for that gold brick pooter. Those air biscuits will get you every time. All right. We've got, we're going to fly up, and away and head down to this other pier here. This one was pretty easy, but at the same time, it's really just a giant game of peekaboo. And, you know, you can certainly try and target multiples, and it might work out for you. As you can see, I got 3 by targeting all of them. But I targeted, what, 4 or 5 of them? And, yeah. But, yeah, so this isn't my best shooting and aiming here. As you can see, I was trying to get multiples at a time, and it wasn't necessarily working out for me. But the goal here is just to simply get all 10 of these, and you might have to move a little bit. There are 3 kind of areas that are open that you can shoot from, 1 in the middle, and then 1 on the left and 1 on the right. We found it real easy to get the ones on the far right by shooting on the far right, and the ones on the left by shooting on the far left. As you can see, I'm going to head all the way to the far left in here, and once you get too close, though, look, I tried to cheat and get up close and personal, and it said, nope. But I snuck it in right there under the wire, and it spins that little treasure chest lock right on open and pukes out a gold brick right for us. And look at that. We'll grab that, and, ooh, we might have escaped the old pooter there. I don't know. It was blocked by the gold brick icon anyways. But, all right, another gold brick right over here on the next little pier down the way. We're actually heading north on the coastline here. We're actually going to find, it's just a simple uppercut or a, oh, you can, to go ahead and bust that open. A butt slam would do as well. Grab that gold brick and then run around the front side of the stage here and check it out. It's Taskmaster with a Dance Master mission for us. And this is just another memory game, as all this really is. And he's going to hop around on these 4 squares, so it's a little bit more difficult. And if I remember correctly, I think I totally screwed this first one up. We'll have to see. Do I screw it up? Ooh, no, I did. I got it right. Ooh, you're no stranger. That's right. Okay, so I got it right. I thought I had messed this one up, but nope. I got it right. You just simply need to follow the pattern. I'm not sure if the pattern is going to be the same for you or not. Look at that. I don't know if that's because it won't let you fail. I thought it was that upper left one, and I was kind of confused as to why it wouldn't light it up, but yeah, I was lucky it didn't, because I might have had to start all over there. But anyways, it only takes 3 little sessions once you complete all 3 of those, and like I said, it might be foolproof. You might be able to do that without making a mistake. And oh, look at that, we get the Taskmaster character token, and oh, look at that, there's Thumby. What up, Thumby? Well, that's gonna wrap it up though for Lego Marvel Avengers Manhattan Hub number 7 Times Square free roam. We did grab all those collectibles, and I'd like to think we had a fun time while doing it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this and found this a little bit entertaining, while useful too. And if you guys have any questions or comments, of course, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, or simply comment, vote, subscribe down below. We do have HappyThumbsGaming.com for your viewing pleasure. As you probably are aware, there's trophy achievement guides and product and gaming reviews. And if there's more things you'd like to see over there, let us know. We're always open for suggestions. So, oh to the yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for me. As always, until next time.